Up next, the Grizzlies taking on the Knicks. For Memphis, playing just over 500 ball the last 10 outings, but they think they can play even better. Knicks, Grizzlies, and we'll be right back for tip-off. And welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. And while we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for Isaiah Hartenstein.
Well, you love to see a player finding a role he can really own on the floor. When it comes to rebounds, you can tell by the numbers that he makes it his personal mission to take care of the backboard for his team.
Now, New York starting five. They've got Kevin Durant, Marcus Smart out there with Mitchell Robinson, and it's Jenkins in at the one. And for the Grizzlies, Washington out there with Jaylen Brown. Then it's Walker Kessler, then there's Collier, and it's Larson in a two-guard. This game could be like a tennis match, Grant, with the ball racing from one side of the court to the other.
Yeah, B.A., you can get whiplash watching these teams run up and down the floor. They like to get it and go without any hesitation.
Now here's Washington. Brown scanning the floor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And no good, trying to use the glass. And so it's Durant who brings up the ball for the Knicks. Smart outside. Pass to Robinson. That one goes. Count it.
And now the game is really starting to flow. We should be in for a good one.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
Now here's Brown. His last outing, he had 24 points. It's Brown on the wing. The three is up. And it's New York with a rebound. Last time they met was in New York.
They flat out dominated the last time these teams squared off, particularly on the glass.
Yeah, but they can expect a whole lot more resistance this time around. No team likes to lose a rebounding battle.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies. The first thing on his mind was not letting Kevin Durant beat them. He said, quote, even if it means playing off other guys, we cannot let KD get comfortable. We have to be right up in his jersey the entire game. We're going to see some aggressive D on Durant tonight by the sound of this. Brian?
Appreciate the report, Allie. Here's Collier. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Kessler passes to Brown. Back to Kessler. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Well, you know, this is where Kessler mostly looks to score. Great work inside.
Up top, Robinson. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating. Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Jenkins misses. Grizzlies trail by 3. It's Brown on the wing, guarded by Durant. Kessler, a screen on Durant. Here's Brown. And he banks in the layup.
Look, Brown's a great athlete. I love to see him work inside.
You talk about a high-variance team. The Grizzlies keep you guessing, Coach.
Yeah, they do. They're young, brash, a ton of talent, and at times they've seemed poised to take over the West, but it hasn't happened yet.
And so it's Memphis with it. The Knicks making their last shot. Pass to Brown. There's the 3. Smart grabs the miss.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
And he's going for the lob. Stolen by Kessler. Right wing. Here's Collier. Still no points. Back to Washington. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Kessler, a screen on Smart. Larson. Here's Brown. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Well, gobbling up boards is what Kessler does best. Got some points out of that one, too.
Pass to Huff. Outside Durant. There's the triple. Nails it from beyond the arc. Durant's got 8.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
So Tuomas Isalos decided to call timeout here. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Now looking at the 2K leaderboard, specifically which teams have created a lot of turnovers and cashed in on the other end during the last 10 games. Number 1, the Knicks.
They've turned up the heat defensively over this last stretch, trying to force more turnovers. That's been their game.
Here's Kessler. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Chicago.
Also, he had more blocks than New York City, offering up some incredible rim protection.
Now here's Brown. 4-point game. 3 on the clock. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Robinson.
Well, for him, this has been a quarter to forget. He is not helping them close the gap.
And here's Smart. He's scoreless. Durant surveying the D. That shot off. The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. And Brown with the stuff.
Well, I'll tell you, Brown gets off the floor so easily.
Durant, pass to Huff. Now here's Durant. Pass to Huff. Here's Jenkins. Here's Durant. Kessler with a rebound.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
And here's Washington. Here's Collier. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. And finished off by Kessler.
Well, what I love about Walker Kessler, he's a 7-footer who plays like a 7-footer.
Pass to Jenkins. Back to Durant. He connects. And now he's 4 for 6 in today's game.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
To the inside. And here's Washington. Here's Larson, defended by Smart. Right side Brown. Launches a 3. And it's New York with a rebound. Fresh off a win against the Pacers.
Talk about strong offensive production. They went out, played to their strengths, and were successful as a result.
Yeah, and you know, coaches honestly wouldn't have as much to do if guys shot like that every night.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
The Knicks have got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. Smart passes to Durant. Pass to Jenkins. Smart outside. 2 on the clock. From the arc. The kick to Durant. From behind the arc. Missed it. 4 for 8 in the contest.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to Brown. Brown draws the double. Here's Collier. Kessler a screen. And that's good. Collier for 3. And now a 3-point Grizzly lead.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Now here's Smart. No made baskets yet. They set a pick. Durant against Brown. Count it.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
For Memphis, they've gone 8 for 14 from the floor. So Tuomas Isalos decided to call timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Diabate's checked in for Washington, and it's Martin in for Larson. New York also changing it up. Landale comes in for Huff, and McDaniels is subbed in for Smart. Kessler passes to Martin. And here's Brown. McDaniels covering. Brown against McDaniels. Brown passes to Martin. For three, Collier. Kevin Durant pulls it in. And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for New York. They trail by 1. While we have a small sample size of Isaiah Collier, he has shown impressive flashes so far.
Yeah, B.A., I really like how confident he is. When he's out on the floor, he carries himself like he belongs here. A confident mentality can go a long way for a young player.
Kessler with a bucket. Kessler's got 10 points.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Pass to Landale. And now Memphis on the break. And he lobs it up.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. Martin against Durant. Now here's McDaniels. Hauled in by Brown.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Pass to Kessler. Outside, Brown. No good on the triple.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And we've got 1:18 left to play in the first. New York, no good that time either. Robinson finds McDaniels. Off target from outside. Memphis leading by 5. Here's Collier. Kessler a screen to the paint. Robinson with a steal. Fast break. Here comes New York. Here's McDaniels. Uses the glass on the layup.
And you can tell they're in sync right now, expertly turning the steal into fast break points.
46 seconds left in the first. Here's Collier. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Jenkins. Back to Durant. The big finish.
Yeah, one of the most skilled players we've ever seen. Durant just continues to dominate offensively.
Up top, Brown. McDaniels covering. Outside, Brown. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. A big-time effort for Walker Kessler, providing a lot of energy for the Grizzlies. Between his scoring and rebounding, an excellent period. More 2K action in just a moment. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Grizzlies.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And they've done a tremendous job just creating havoc defensively. Active hands have led to tons of turnovers that they've capitalized on.
So on the floor for the Knicks, Jock Landale is out there with Isaiah Hartenstein. Then it's Jaden McDaniels. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Caruso in at the point guard position. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks. In an era of title or bust thinking, it's noteworthy that the grit and grind Grizzlies of the 2010s are properly celebrated. While they never made it past the Western Conference Finals, their physical style, built around Zach Randolph, Marc Gasol, Tony Allen, and Mike Conley, built a lasting legacy in Memphis. Guys, back over to you.
Thank you, Allie. Now here's Lopez. Still without a bucket. Martin misses. Caruso with it. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Caruso. Landale with a screen. Clock at 6. Rejected by Lopez.
Textbook timing and positioning from Lopez around the rim. Not letting anything through.
Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Grizzlies trail by 3. And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul of the game.
First team.
Pass to Saraf. Now Jones. McDaniels covering. Jones, the pass to Lopez. Shot clock at 6. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. And stolen by Caruso.
And they just keep making mistakes. I mean, that's back-to-back turnovers, which easily could have been prevented.
Well, plenty of aggression from Caruso right there.
First team.
And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight. Turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
Now here's Brown. He has 6. 6 to shoot. And they get it. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And here's what Memphis' schedule looks like. On Friday, they'll take on Kyrie Irving and the Boston Celtics. Then on Saturday, they'll go up against Franz Wagner and the Charlotte Hornets.
And you know, for that matchup with the Hawks, that's one that could easily go either way. A few mistakes could be the difference. I expect it to be a fun one.
Caruso outside. Durant inside. Brown's there. Durant, no good. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for Memphis. No points yet here in the second quarter for him. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. Saraf, he's checked in for Martin. Here's Larson, defended by Smart. Pass to Brown. Looking to end this cold spell. 4 on the clock. KB, nice finish inside.
Terrific finish there from Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
Durant against Brown. On the wing, Durant. Had a career game his last time out. Bucket after bucket. Durant draws the double. Ooh, Durant takes the contact and puts it in.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
Here's Saraf. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Brown. To the middle. Here's Diabate. Boom! He jams it straight down.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Here's Huff, averaging around 6 a game. And you might think the toughest picks are set by the bruisers, but some say the shooters actually set the best screens. Why is that?
Well, the guy guarding a shooter doesn't want to leave their side. So when they screen you, you get no help.
Kessler, he's checked in for Memphis. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Robinson's checked in, and that's good as he hits both shots.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Pass to Saraf. Durant against Brown. And Durant with the block.
And for all the attention his offense gets, never question Durant's ability at the defensive end.
Stolen by Kessler. Inside. Here's Washington. It's deflected. Now here's Caruso. He's guarded closely. Pass to Smart. Fires the three. And Smart nails the triple.
Well, working without the ball. Smart can play the one. He can also shift over and be a catch-and-shoot guy.
Here's Brown. And the jam by Brown.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Here's Huff. Pass to Smart. Fires the three. And again, New York with the triple.
I just love the ball movement.
Grizzlies trail by 10. Here's Larson. 8 points in his last timeout. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
They have no answer defensively inside.
New York has gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. Outside Durant. Brown with some nice D. The Grizzlies have gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. Pass to Washington. Brown inside. Robinson defending. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Easy to see why Kessler has so much success. The guy plays full bore every night.
Robinson in the post. Kessler on him. Huff, the pass to Durant. Shoots over Brown. Durant's shot is off.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
Pass to Saraf. It's Brown on the wing. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Launches it from deep. And it's New York with a rebound. They've led by as much as 10. Their next game is at Barclays Center in Brooklyn for a game with the Nets. That'll wrap up this short 2-game road trip.
Going to work in the lane. Smart's tough in there.
And so Tuomas Isalo calls a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Well, they put up a nice win against Chicago last time out.
And as a rule of thumb, the road can really test your team's depth. But they all stepped up and collectively produced a lot of points.
And those are the games you need as a squad. Proving to yourself you can go win in a hostile environment.
Making a switch here. Collier's checked in. Jenkins is checked in for New York. And in that March stretch, some interesting things going on in the East. You take a look at the Knicks. This season has been an absolute dream for them. They're currently at #1 as the postseason approaches.
Well, right now, for New York, they've really set the standard in their conference, on track to claim home court advantage in the playoffs. They feel this is their year, and you know what? They may be right.
Here's Collier, the three from Washington. The Knicks with the rebound. Durant's got 4 rebounds now.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And a big finish by Robinson.
We all know about Durant's ability as a scorer, but he is so unselfish, and he always makes the right play in pick and rolls.
Now here's Kessler. He's got 12. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball. Stan, one thing about Jaylen Brown, he seems so composed out there.
Yeah, B.A., he's very calm. Doesn't waste energy. You love a player who's this focused and calculated.
Here's Smart. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. Pass to Durant. This one for 3. Larson with a rebound.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
They get the rebound. And finished off by Kessler.
Just a big play at this juncture of the game. Second chance points could be the key for them.
Impressive effort right there. That's what they need to mount a comeback. Durant finds Smart. Screen by Robinson. And he lobs it up to the rim. 5 on the clock. And stolen by Brown. It's an even 3-on-3 break. And there are the Grizzlies with another bucket.
Well, you got to know the scouting report on Brown. He's solid cashing in from the mid-range.
Pass to Robinson. It's stolen by Washington. Here's Collier. Now Kessler. It's picked off in transition. He goes up and he caps off the break with a monster slam.
When you get a chance to run the floor like that, you have to capitalize. Great hustle on that play.
2. New York shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
Shooting 1.
Find the lanes. And as the regular season winds down, some teams must be concerned about their seeding, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. For teams still on the bubble, just getting into the postseason is the concern. For the top teams, seedings are huge. They want as many home games as possible.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Robinson, a screen on Brown. Down low. And there's a 3-second violation. And let's take a look now at some numbers for Jaden McDaniels.
And he's a little less of a go-to guy for their offense now, at least compared to earlier on in the season. You can see his usage percentage is slumping over the last 5 games. Hopefully he can be more involved tonight.
And here's Brown for 3, and another 3 from Memphis.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
And if you're looking for proficiency in scoring over the last month, look no further than this group. Mitchell Robinson on top.
One of the hottest players in the league. He's been really sharp from the field recently. Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Now here's Brown. He's got 15. He can't get that one to fall. New York leading by 5. From outside the arc, Jenkins' shot is good. Jenkins has got 8 points here in the quarter.
Well, nice turnaround for him here in the second quarter. Had a cold start, but never lost his confidence.
Washington outside. Pass to Brown. The 3 ball. Here's Kessler. And finished off by Kessler.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
Now here's Smart. Give him 8. Memphis with a rebound. Larson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Brown. Another miss by Brown.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Outside Durant. A strong finish from KD inside.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
And so that's the end of the first half. It's the Knicks leading by 8. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
KD, you're really getting up and down the floor out there. How much fun is it when the offense is flowing like that?
Well, I think this team is very well disciplined.
Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Hello, folks. The first half is in the books, and we've got a lead on the scoreboard for the New York Knicks. Could come down to the last shot. Let me ask, when you guys were playing, which teammate of yours was the best clutch scorer?
Well, I had a few. Kobe, Big Shot Bob, Derek Fisher, but my favorite is Ernie Bartholomew Johnson.
Ooh, Ernie, that's a big shot maker. But I'm going to go with Big Shot Bob, too.
Yeah.
Because we both played with him.
Yes, you did, and nice to see you agreeing on something for a change. And now, time to talk about this game. What a solid start for the Knicks.
It's all been gravy, baby, and you know I know all the flavors of gravy. Movement, finding good looks, and shooting the ball at a high clip.
Yeah, beautiful execution at the offensive end. They're in firm control of this game from that standpoint, guys.
How many kinds of gravy are there?
There's barbecue, there's pineapple, there's
gravy.
orange.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the 3rd period.
And we've got 3rd quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Knicks leading by 8. We've got Walker Kessler, Washington out there with Jaylen Brown. Then there's Collier, and it's Larson in at the 2 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. To the paint. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Here's Jenkins. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. Here's Larson, defended by Smart. Larson, no good. New York has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. KD attacking with force.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
The Grizzlies shooting pretty well at 45%. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Memphis shooting their first free throws of this game.
At the line for Memphis, Larson, taking 2 shots.
And he drops the first. He's perfect from the line this time. Knicks leading by 10. Up top, Durant, defended by Brown. And the bucket is good. And that's now 8 points for Mitchell Robinson.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Now Kessler. He's got 16. The three. Brown, no good.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Inside. Oh, deflected. Brown with the steal. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. The three from Washington. Sends it home from three-point land. Washington's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Smart outside. It's stolen by Washington. Here's Larson, defended by Smart. Jenkins with a rebound. Jenkins has got a rebound number 5 here tonight.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
Now here's Durant. 20 points for him.
Only their first miss in 4 attempts. It's been a great start to the half.
Here's Collier. Uneasy, too, on the layup. Collier's got 5 points.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Here's Smart. Give him 8 points now. Here's Brown. It's rebounded by New York. They held a 12-point lead earlier.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting.
Here's Robinson. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. 10 points for him.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
So Tuomas Isalos decided to call timeout here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Pass to Brown. Washington outside. 6 on the shot clock. Brown in the high post. Durant's there. And another miss by Memphis. New York leading by 9. To the inside. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Yeah, the most impressive thing about Durant's career is his efficiency as a scorer. Given the amount of defensive attention he draws, it's quite impressive.
Diabate's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And both free throws good for Durant. Stan, I have to ask, how important is it to have a big man in today's NBA?
That is a great question, B.A. And look, things have really changed. We went from big, strong guys in the league and centered our game around those guys to then people wanted to play small ball and be more skilled. But now what everybody's figured out is we can get that same skill from bigger guys, and bigger and better is better than smaller and better.
New York leading by 9. Smart outside. Robinson can't hit.
That could have been an easy pass and finish. Not really sure what went wrong.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys. Nice read. Sets his teammate up. You like how they're sharing the ball.
Here's Jenkins after the basket by Memphis. Here's Smart. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Robinson passes to Durant. Making it look easy inside. Durant. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for the Knicks.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And also attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and be opportunistic.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks a lot, B.A. A lot of conversation in the NBA about expansion. The out there that are very interested and will run through a process. I'm looking forward to it. There's an enormous amount of interest out there. It's on the league to look at it holistically. Back to you.
All right, Allie, appreciate the report. Now here's Washington. He's got 5. The 3, Collier. Huff pulls it in. Knicks leading by 7. Outside Durant. And there's the screen to the middle. There's the steal. Here's Collier. Here's Kessler. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to go on Mitchell Robinson.
And Kessler is just a steady, reliable big man because he shoots a good percentage and defends the rim well.
New York making a switch here. McDaniels checked in. No good on the second free throw. Kicks it out to Smart. Pass to Jenkins. And here's Robinson. New York working the ball around now. Here's McDaniels. Releases from the wing and drills it. McDaniels gotten his second bucket.
Even though he hasn't lit up the scoreboard, I like how he's keeping others involved.
Here's Collier. Washington outside. Pass to Larson. Here's Collier. And another miss by Memphis. New York leading by 8. Chance for an update here on Jaylen Brown. Let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, the head athletic trainer for Memphis provided some information for us. We do now know that the ankle is twisted. He's trying to walk it off, but we have no further information at this time. Unfortunate for him personally, but he has been given the go-ahead from the team. We'll see what he chooses to do, given the unlikelihood that they make the playoffs.
All right, Allie, thanks. Appreciate the update.
Well, look, injuries take a mental toll as well. These guys all want to be contributing to the best of their ability. It's tough to sit out and watch.
Here's Jenkins. Give him 8 points now. Smart passes to McDaniels. It's stolen by Washington. Here's Collier. And McDaniels with the rebound.
Well, this period, he's been his own worst enemy, and now he's pressing.
Down low. And a big finish by Robinson.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
Washington finds Kessler. Here's Collier. Washington outside. Pass to Larson. For 3, Collier. McDaniels with the rebound.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Everyone talks about Jaden McDaniels' defense, and for good reason, Stan.
Well, B.A., one way to get a lot of playing time is to be the best at something. McDaniels is a total lockdown defender on the wing. He can guard anybody.
Here's Collier after New York picked up the 3 with their last shot. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Robinson with a steal. Fast break, New York. Pass to Smart. Back to Daniels. Here's Jenkins. Outside McDaniels. Inside. Smart against Kessler. Now here's Smart. Second chance shot. Another one falls for New York.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Pass to Kessler. Here's Diabate. Hey, expanding his range. Buries it from 3. Diabate's got his second basket on the night.
Well, nice pass by Kessler. He is the consummate team guy.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. So Memphis going with an almost entire new group here. Lopez, he's checked in for Kessler. Brown comes in for Washington. Martin, he's checked in for Larson. Saraf comes in for Collier. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Robinson. Landale comes in for Huff. Durant, he's checked in for Smart. And it's Alex Caruso in for Jenkins. Now here's Caruso. Pass to Landale. Takes a three. Jaylen Brown with a rebound. Grizzlies trail by 20. Here's Saraf, guarded by Durant. Saraf can't hit.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
And here's Durant. From about 19. 36 seconds left in the third. Goes back up. And it's good on the lay-in. Durant's got 8 points here in the quarter.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the three ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Brown with some nice D. And so it's the New York Knicks with a commanding 22-point lead going into the break. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. We'll be right back with you shortly. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And the Grizzlies shooting around 41%. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. Jaden McDaniels out there with Alex Caruso. Then it's Jock Landale. Then there's Kevin Durant. And it's Hartenstein in at the 5 spot. Now here's Martin. Fires from deep. It's not going to go for him. McDaniels with some nice D. Pass to Durant. Hartenstein with a screen on Brown. To the inside. Hartenstein, no good. Durant against Brown. Martin. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Durant who brings up the ball for the Knicks. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Offline from the high post. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. To the paint. Pass to Diabate. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss. Knicks leading by 22. Here's Durant. Outside McDaniels. Now here's Landale. Caruso outside. And here's Landale. Fires for three. Sinks the tray.
Coming out of the half, making a commitment to the offensive boards has proven successful.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And the jam by Brown.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Now here's Durant. Pass to Caruso. The three. The kick to Durant. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Durant's got 28 points for the game. The Grizzlies have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Brown passes to Lopez. Here's Diabate. And with top college players now getting big money NIL deals, the choice between that and entering the NBA draft has become a tough one, Stan.
Absolutely, B.A. Look, I think it's been great for both the NBA and for the colleges for guys to stick around, because the top guys are still going to come out. The guys who are going to be your top 10 picks, your lottery guys. They're going to come out. But the other guys who have nothing as guaranteed, they're going to choose to stay longer and develop.
Lopez, the screen on Durant. Brown against Durant. Brown inside, and it's going to be a 3-second call. Jones, he's checked in for Memphis. And a switch here also for New York. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Hartenstein. For New York, they've gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Now a timeout called by New York. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Kessler's checked in. Now here's Landale. McDaniels passes to Durant. Well, officials have never been under greater scrutiny, so development is key, Grant. And I read now they have a training app refs can use on their phones.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the players leveraging electronics to train smarter, and it's great to see the officials making use of technology as well.
And so it's Memphis with it after the basket by New York. To the middle. And Mitchell Robinson picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Washington's checked in for Diabate. Larson comes in for Jones. And it's Collier in for Martin. New York also changing it up. Hartenstein comes in for Robinson. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Durant. Here's Larson. And here's Brown for 3. Knocks down the long J. Brown's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Got to think he'd like a few more of those.
To the inside. And there's McDaniels. That one's good on the assist by DiVincenzo.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
For 3, DiVincenzo. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. McDaniels against Brown. Washington, a screen on Caruso. Inside. And it's Washington missing. New York has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Pass to DiVincenzo. Wing shot on the way. Memphis with a rebound. Washington's got 5 rebounds in the game. And it's Brown off the drive. And the jam by Brown.
Hey, Brown can sky with the best of them. Terrific athlete.
Hartenstein a screen. DiVincenzo pass to Hartenstein. Here we go, all alone. Larson, no good. And it's Caruso with the ball for the Knicks. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth. Here's DiVincenzo. That shot missing.
Even though it hasn't been his best game, they're still up, and that's what's important.
Pass to Brown. And we continue to see the value of NBA franchises climb. Grant, are you glad you got in when you did?
Oh, yes, I am. I think beyond, though, the dollars and cents, it's just the joy of having a hand in the growth of this game and this league that we all love so much.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Collier. Thompson, he's checked in for Caruso. McDaniels with it. Brown's there. And Landale gets it to go.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity, they got to show some fight.
Now here's Washington. Pass to Brown. Just 5 on the clock. Over McDaniels. And again, it's Memphis missing.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
Well, smart idea from McDaniels, looking to convert inside.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
And here's Brown for 3. Klay Thompson pulls down the board.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
And that one's good.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
And here's Brown. Pass to Kessler. One thing you hear coaches like Steve Kerr say, let's not gift foul calls that you'd never tolerate in a pickup game. You agree?
I absolutely agree, B.A., and I think Steve Kerr has gotten that across to the league and the way guys officiate now, and I think that's good. Let's call fouls when a guy's trying to score or trying to make an offensive play and we actually foul him. Let's not reward guys when their only objective is to try to get fouled jumping into people.
Outside McDaniels. Lets the 3 fly. Landale misses. And something you never like to see, but guys, he definitely looks hurt.
And you guys know that this is something every player worries about, no matter your age or your ability.
Yeah, teams do everything they can to protect against it, but at this point, all you can do is hope he's not gone for too long.
Diabate's checked in for Memphis. Draymond Green, he's checked in for New York. Pass to Diabate. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. No good on the free throw.
At the line for your Grizzlies, Diabate.
Good on the second one.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
DiVincenzo, the pass to Hartenstein. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Diabate's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Collier. Pass to Diabate. And Grant, many of the newer rules have helped unlock offenses. Any need to help out the defense?
You know, I think the rules are fine, B.A. It's just about allowing defenders to do their job and limiting the cheap foul calls so they can stay on the floor.
First team foul. Shooting for New York.
He's off on the first.
Taking 2 shots.
And no luck that time either. And the Grizzlies shooting 37% from the floor at this point. And the foul called on Draymond Green. That's his first foul. Here's Larson. McDaniels covering.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Washington outside. Launches it. Fires in the triple.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
New York has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this 4th quarter. 1:46 left to play in the 4th. Back to DiVincenzo. Outside McDaniels. New York again can't hit. And here are the Grizzlies. Here's Collier. Brown finds Washington. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Knicks.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And another victory added to their resume. This will be their 53rd win of the year.
Only a 2-game series, and they win both. They have to be satisfied with this.
and propelling them to a solid win. It was a night of big plays for Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and I loved his attitude tonight. He really had that scorer's mentality. Absolutely no one was stopping him.
McDaniels from long range. Oh, he drains it. His 6th make in 9 tries so far.
Excellent effort on the road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
Brown can't hit.
Might be time for a little different approach. His shot hasn't been falling here in the second half.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Pass to Collier. Now here's Washington. That three's off the mark. And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Kevin Durant.